Jessica discovered that being a fashion designer is the best way to express her feelings and aspirations. But she found that her destiny was to use her designs to be an activist that defends women's rights and empowers them to become whatever they want to be in life.
So when I think about Arriba las Mujeres, I think about the women who have struggled so much in their life, that have become the person that they are now, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of them being talked down, being banished, there's so much that means so much to me. But more importantly is my grandmother and my mother's struggles and me being a mother very young.
Every piece that comes out of Rageddy Tiff has a profound meaning with the intention to create an emotional connection between her designs and the consumer. Let's hear this very interesting story about this woman that calls herself luchadora, fuerte e imparable, and find out cómo lo hizo.
Éxito.
Success.
Hábitos.
Habits.
¿Cómo lo hizo?
How do they make it?
Descubra las costumbres y secretos de los triunfadores.
Discover the habits and the secrets of those who have succeeded.
Jessica, thanks for being with us in Cómo Lo Hizo. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. Pleasure.
So if somebody asks you in the street or you're in a place, or whatever, Starbucks or whatever, what do you do for a living? What would you say?
I'm a designer, fashion designer, mother, wife, and an entrepreneur.
So all of that.
Yes.
And you have enough time to accomplish everything?
I wish there was more time in this life. Like, the time is so precious, but I live, like, every minute of my life. It's, like, so valuable to me. So I take advantage of every minute.
So how do you balance? Because you mentioned twice as a mother, as, wife. How do you balance everything? Because
I think balance, how I balance things is just really being, first of all, so grateful. Like, I always sit there and think, like, okay, I'm grateful for having this opportunity. Let me organize myself. Let me get it together. And I'm not perfect. So I try every single day to organize myself and plan and write things down. And I'm such a nerd, so I write everything on a planner. I literally have 4 planners.
That's right.
Mom planner, designer, things are personal, like family. I just have to, or else I'll be all over the place.
So you write?
I write a lot.
On the planner for every aspect of your life?
Yes.
Do you do it first thing in the morning?
I do it, so I do a weekly one. So on Sunday nights.
Sunday nights. You go through the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like, this week I'm going to be doing this.
Yes.
And you write it down and you follow up? I mean, you check.
I have to every single day. So Sundays I'll do what's coming from the week. Either I get all my stuff from my calendar and I write it down. Like, let's say, for example, this week I have this interview. And then I have an appointment with my daughter.
And you would, oh, no. With the interview.
No. I love it. I love these kind of interviews.
Right.
Yes.
Now, so discipline is very important to become an entrepreneur, correct?
Yes. It's just really, you got to understand that being a designer or entrepreneur, you're left by yourself most of the time. There's nobody telling you, hey, you need to eat your meal. Hey, you need to send out orders. You have to train yourself to stay sane and be like, you know what? I got to take care of this business with my daughter. I got to go back to work. I got to answer emails. But I also got to take care of myself in order to take care of the people that I love. So it's
so many questions that I have in my mind. But let's talk about designing and entrepreneur. What is more important, your feelings about designing? And at what time, because you're an entrepreneur also,
right,
you think about, okay, this design, I like it, but it's not going to be good in the market. How is the balance? What's first, the market, the money, or the concept?
Well, the way I see things, the way I design, my pieces and my collections, it's all inspiration. I always get these visions. My mind is constantly flowing with creativity, like, oh my gosh, I want to do this so bad. But sometimes I don't. Like, for example,
you don't get inspired.
Yeah, the inspirations are everywhere. It's just finding the right moment and kind of having to be, for example, I do seasonal collections, so it has to be cohesive and it has to really make sense, or else it won't be successful.
Be successful meaning making enough sales? So that's the entrepreneurial part.
Yes, like I think the number one is people's feedback. So if people are raving about it, like, oh my gosh, I love this piece, then I know it's going to be a good collection. And then the sales come at the end.
You know why I really enjoy talking to you? Because most of the Latino entrepreneurs or people that want to be entrepreneurs, they are kind of thinking about what you do. You represent most of us. Most of us. In terms that probably some of us have 100 employees, 600 employees, but most of us work alone, mostly. So we have a team, but most of the time we spend it alone. So first, we need discipline. Second, we need to have something to work with, creativity. Yeah. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
But also we have to keep or have a sense of the business side, because I can start drawing this and that, pants, blouses, whatever, but it's not going to sell. So how do you balance the business part and the creativity? And sometimes have you been in the position that, you know what, I need to sell. So I want to do this because, this is going to be a good seller. I need to sacrifice my feeling for this that is marketing-wise is going to be better. Have you been in that position?
I think since I was a little girl, I've always been so curious about creating. And so when I think about my collections, I feel like, okay, there has to be a story behind my collection. I need to express it with my clientele, with my community, and have them resonate it. Have kind of like having for me to tell my story and having them to listen to it almost makes them think like, okay, she's telling a story. There's a meaning behind this collection. I want to support it. And then from there, it like everything just falls into place. Like I make a piece thinking, okay, I love it, but I know maybe 20-30% is not going to like it. And I've learned to accept that, to say, you know what, I'm not meant to be loved by everyone. So I'm going to make this collection, tell my story, and have at least 80-90% of the people resonate with that story, and they're going to support it.
How do you enlarge your customer base?
Just being consistent and really showing the purity, the deep passion that I have for creating and designing, and having them be part of it too. Sharing videos, sharing behind the scenes, taking them to, let's say, for example, this journey, like right now, I mentioned it last night. I said I'm prepping for an interview tomorrow. I didn't say for what, but left them so curious that I would get messages saying, good luck at your interview. I don't know what it is, but we're excited to show us tomorrow. So I kind of built that relationship with them, even though I don't really know them. I feel like it's very important for a business owner, an entrepreneur, to build that relationship with your clientele, with your community, because there's been so many times where people come to me and tell me, I wouldn't wear what you make, but I'm going to buy it because I love your story. I love all the hard work that I've been watching you design this for the last few months. That's why I'm buying it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Do you consider yourself a successful designer at this point?
It's something that I battle with giving. I hate bragging. It's a pride of me. I guess the way my parents raised me. A lot of people tell me, we're so happy your success. I'm still learning. I'm still growing every day. So I feel like I don't know. I think I still have more to do.
But
I'm not
you
done.
don't consider yourself at this point to be still successful. You are
Compared to 2 years, yes.
So you are been advancing.
Yes,
I've progressing.
It's the growth. I've been enjoying the growth. Yes.
The growth. So talking about inspiration, you have something, on your side that I was reading it. And I want to read it again because I think probably this is the source of your inspiration, or probably you're going to explain me what do you mean by what you say here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So it says, arriba las mujeres como tú, correct? A 2019 collection dedicated to you all like yourself. And then, who are luchadoras, courageous, no corajudas, sino de valientes. Fuertes, unstoppable, and one of a kind.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. This collection I dedicate to my daughter, Tiff, abuelita Lorenza, que en paz descanse, mi madre mía, María, to my primas, nieces, goddaughters, mujeres in my life, and all the little girls around the world. This is for you. Con amor, yes, you.
Why is this so emotional?
It's a lot. I read it and I said, oh my God, this is very loaded. There's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah.
Explain me a little bit why, because this statement is huge, it's deep.
Yes, so when I created Arriba las Mujeres a few years ago, I wanted to do something for my daughter particularly. And when people tell me, oh, Arriba las Mujeres it's very strong, feminist, you hate men. No, I don't hate men. I love men. I love my husband. I have so much admiration and love for men. I think that a lot of people I don't think they'd understand what feminist is. Like, there's two ways. I want to say, like, the very strong one that is all about, like, hate. And then there's the other part that I feel like it's not that they hate men. It's just that they value women as a temple. Like, I could tell you so many wonderful women that I've been around in my life, particularly my grandmother who passed away, rest in peace, last year. Growing up, I was born in Mexico. So growing up every summer, every Easter, every Christmas, I would go to Mexico, back to Mexico during vacation. And I would always be so attached to my grandmother. We grew up in a small rancho, really suburban area, no Wi-Fi, no bathroom, nothing. Just
a rancho.
A rancho. Animales, and she would cook, eat, and she would go and wash her clothes, and I would follow her. I would want to wash the clothes like my grandmother. I would want to cook like my grandmother and make tortillas and go help her carry water. And seeing her strong purity of being a mujer and taking care of not only her family, but taking care of like the house and herself, made me have so much appreciation of how strong, how of a luchadora, courageous she was. And she went through so much in her personal life that I admire that so much. So when I think about Arriba las Mujeres, I think about the women who have struggled so much in their life.
Right.
That have become the person that they are now, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of them being talked down, being banished, being, so many things.
Right.
I just want to hold that. In English, it means rise the woman.
Right.
So to me, it's just something, there's so much that means so much to me. But more importantly is my grandmother and my mother's struggles and me being a mother very young and raising a daughter so young. So it's like.
So for you, all of this is your inspiration for your business? For your designs?
Yes, for my designs mainly. And then this is a collection that's very, very popular, very well loved and appreciated. So
right.
So it's
you're touching a chord, a sensitive chord for your audience, para las mujeres also.
Sí.
Which, because I've been a man. I consider that it's one of the most outrageous unfairness act the suppression of women's rights and
Right.